float valve faulty. That's the tank float valve. That's the overflow connection. You can see it's been overflowing. It's going through the outside. That's the isolation valve. Before you start work on water, you need to isolate the water supply. If you don't have like this connection, you can stop tap, and then drain the water down through the tap. You just use the flathead screwdriver and just isolate it, and just push it down to check the water is isolated, because if it's not isolated, the water will still start to come through. Uh, Once you check it, I'm just showing you the overflow level. That's it going out through the overflow. Um, yeah, just gonna just undo the nut and just put some towel there. Sometimes little water come down, or any like a small container to catch the water. Do you see there's a little water come out? The washer looks a bit damaged as well. That's it. Just take the old one off. Check the length of the connector which will go through the hole. You can just measure with the old one. That's easy. Just measure, just by next to the old one, and do the same length of the nut. Yeah, that looks similar. I'm just gonna feed through the tank, but before that, I'm gonna use the old ball valve. That's fine. But if you take that off and it's heavy, that means faulty. The water's gone into it. That's where you need to put a new one. But if it's light and it's no sign of damage, you can use the old one. But it's a different plumber's choice. Yeah, just hand tight it. After the hand tight, put into the position. Twist it around, put into the position. Uh, it depends on the size of the tank, and just use a spanner to tighten it. Yeah, that's in position now. I'm just going to use the spanner to just tighten a bit more once it's fully hand tight. That's fully hand tightened. Yeah, I'm just going to use spanner. Yep, that's it. That's tightened now. Just feed it through the wall. Sorry, feed it through the hole. And there's a sporting bracket as well. Some tanks have, some don't have. But if you take care of it, just make sure you put back on. They just give access port to the tank wall. Like when you try to tighten it doesn't wobble and doesn't crack. Yeah, just do the hand tight first. Yeah, once it's fully hand tight, um, if that's hand tightened, check the position from inside, and just use the pump plier or whichever spanner you got. Hold in position, because when you try to tighten it, sometimes it twists from inside. That's why just be careful, like, it doesn't twist. Just keep it into the one position. Yep, that's tight enough. I'm just gonna take the old washer off, and I'm gonna clean the connector with the screwdriver. Yeah, I'm just checking like if I need to clean it, because it looks like the washer was damaged. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a screwdriver. You can use wire wire, the cleaning strip, just to clean it. Make sure all the bits of the washer comes off, because if it stays any bits, and the new washer won't sit properly and it will start leaking. That's to make sure it's fully cleaned before you can put the new washer on. That's mostly clean. I'm just gonna give a quick blow just to get rid of the bits. There you are. Yeah, all for new washers. I'm just checking if it's sitting into the position. Yeah, checking out for new washer in. And first hand tight. Then we're gonna hold the connector with the pump plier. I'm gonna use a spanner to tighten it. Um, yep, that's tight enough. I'm just gonna use the flathead screwdriver to isolate the water supply and check for the leaks. Um, yeah, that's fine. You can use fingers. If your fingers dry, you can use tissue, whichever you think is better. And then you can push it down to see what is coming through, and then check again. And That's all good. Thank you very much for watching.